I'm such a genius. Like James Bond ran on a secret mission, he snuck into my office. Grandfather sat behind the small plastic table. He was muttering in an angry tone. Thundering cattails, just look at these expenses. Who would think the toilet paper could cost so much? My wallet bleeds to see such things. He scratched his furry head, then his eyes lit up. I've got an idea, he shouted. Starting today, we'll give up toilet paper. We use old newspaper sheets instead. That will cut down on our cost. Perfect. I'm such a genius. He was very pleased with himself. He really was one special mouse. Especially cheap, that is. Grandfather stared back at the books, frowning. We still need to save money, he mumbled. Let's see, I could work out a time magnet for the toilets. When a mouse goes to the bathroom, the door will open after 30 seconds. Either you're done or wasting precious time. Ha ha ha. I could also hide the coffee machine so no one will waste time taking a coffee break. I could even turn off all the electricity. Wait a minute, he continued, twisting his whiskers into a knot. If I cut the electricity, then the computers wouldn't work. He frowned again, but after a few seconds, he slammed the table with his paw. Who cares? He declared. You'll just go back to using typewriters, just like the old days. At that moment, Tia jammed me with her elbow. I told you, she hissed. Grandfather's gone off the deep end. He lost his marbles. The cheese has slipped off his cracker. We got to stop him. I moaned. We had to do something right away. We all loved Grandfather. Still, was close to cutting ideas were about to ruin his own newspaper. Just then Tea Paws spoke up. Let's go to the phone, he declared. It's time to put our plan into action. Who's paying? We crowded around the phone. This was it. I nodded to Tia. She put a clothespin on his nose and dialed Grandfather's number. Hello, is this Mr. Shortpaws? My sister said in a funny voice. I held my breath. Hopefully, Grandfather would not realize the caller was his favorite grandchild. I'm Shortpaws, William Shortpaws, Grandfather thundered. Tia held up the phone so he could hear his response. Mr. Shortpaws, Tia continued, I'm calling from the Royal Water Rat Cruise Line. I've got some great news for you. Do you have a minute? Grandfather snorted. A minute? He scoffed. I don't even have a second. Time is money and money is time. I'm trying to run a business here. Tell me what you want. I'm hanging up. With a squeak, Trav snatched the phone away from Tia. Tia snatched it back. They began to wrestle silently over the phone. I put my head in my paws. Those two loved to fight as much as I loved my precious Portobello cheese collection. At last the shift Tea Paws grabbed the phone. Mr. Shortpaws, my mouse, he boomed in a deep voice. I'm the owner of the Royal Water Rat Cruise Line. How are you today? He didn't give Grandfather a chance to reply. I have a wonderful news for you. You are at the first prize winner of a Fabby Mouse World Tour on one of our cruise ships. Grandfather gasped. But who's paying? We are, of course, Royal Water Rats Cruise Line. Everything is free, Mr. Shortpaws, ship rebels. Your ticket will be waiting for you at the harbor, but you must leave right away. Otherwise, we'll have to give you a prize or another lucky mouse. Suddenly, we heard an ear-piercing shriek. No, don't give it to anyone else. It's mine, Grandfather screamed. Mine, mine, mine. I've never won anything in my life. Holy cheese, a free trip around the world? How could I refuse? I knew someday my ship would come in. Grandfather chuckled at his own bad joke. He slammed down the phone, and he rushed out the door. I stuck my head into my office. Grandfather had left us a note. The party is over. No more counting on Grandfather. You're on your own now. But watch your step. I've got an eye on you. I sighed. Grandfather really didn't need a break. A little vacation would do him good, and a free vacation was a favorite kind. He would never know he had all chipped off to send him away. Of course, even a cruise around the world wouldn't keep Grandfather away forever, but at least we'd have a toilet paper for a little while.